takes gorgeous to a whole another level. She's outgoing and active. She's very nice but has a vicious mean side. Who is she? She's a Porsche.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Ricky from No Lemons, and today I've got the Porsche Panamera V6, and it is also hybrid. A lot of you probably know I own a BMW i8 that's hybrid also, and I wanted to test drive this and just even try and compare them. And I came to a decision that they do not compare whatsoever. On the other hand though, this is a lot more family car, a lot more handier car. Let's say back in 2002, 2001, a businessman would go out and buy a BMW, say 7 Series or a 5 Series, or an Audi 8 Series, or let's say a Merc. That's what was the business car at the time. Right now, it's completely different because this is a lot more affordable on the market right now for 50k. And it's just what it offers that it makes it stand out completely different. It's a V6 engine, a lot of brake horsepower, a lot of braking, and the boot. What kind of stands out from the rest is there is no Porsche ever made with the same size boot. That's a fastback design. And when you compare it to their rivals, so say for example the Audi S7 or RS7, I would compare it more to the S7 more than the RS7. Some of the people online were comparing it to the RS7. And then you've got the BMW 6 Series, 650 maybe, not the 640, and then not the M6 as well. The 6 Series is what I would compare it to, but if I have to choose one between them 3 cars, this will definitely win. And the reason why I say that, I give this car a 9 out of 10 in terms of getting into the back. In terms of size in the boot, yeah, maybe the other cars are a little bit bigger, but with this here, you'll save more money, cheaper tax, and you don't spend so much. I can't believe for such a big car, it has such a small appetite. This is definitely the winner for me. And also has other features, so like German cars, Mercs and so on, once you close the car, the windows actually go up automatically, just like anything else. But what really makes it stand out from the rest, again, is the calipers on this car. The lime green are absolutely amazing. And then the badges, you've got the lime green on it also. It just makes it, it's like you're a rich man, but you've got small heart with a smaller young spirit with that green lime green color. I just think it's kind of a cherry on top of the cake. I really like it. I actually do really like this car. The size of the boot is huge. If you come around, so we can show you the size of the boot. And again, you can open it with the key, and you can close it at the same time with the key or with the button right here, which makes it a lot more handier. You can fit a lot of things, right? This is my equipment. I wasn't really preparing for a video today, but it was a last minute thing. Beautiful weather in Ireland, so we don't get that much beautiful weather in Ireland. So I was like, hey, you know what, Sandra, let's go do a video. And we got to do this. You've got aluminium cover here to kind of protect it hitting the car. Yes, it's a bit of a bend that brings the back up. Like say, for example, if I'm bringing this up, I have to bend down a little bit and lift it up and take it out. And that could be quite annoying. But again, it's a Porsche. And I can easily fit into this, but I'm not going to, because it's a Porsche. And then you've got this here to cover it as well. You can click it right up here or put it back in. The back seat fold. Now for a fastback design car, that the back seat folds, that almost turned the car into a van. And hey, I'm not saying so much because I really like the car. The 6 Series and the S7, say for example, they also do have a huge boot. But for some reason, I feel like this is bigger. Even the number doesn't add up. If you look at numbers, this is actually smaller than the other. But I just think maybe it's just because it's a Porsche. The back doors, that kind of separated from the rest. Also, the reason behind that, the opening, it's very big. It's a very big opening, so it makes it easier to let baby seat in and out. And then you get to sit at the back. Very big, wide opening. You've got light here for reading books. You've got your heating here, and you can actually control that yourself in the back. You've got an ashtray, and if you smoke in my car, I will kill you, as usually I don't let anybody smoke in my car. And you can get to hang your clothes. The display here, yes, it's a bit dated, but this is the 2015 model, so I think for its year it's very advanced. Well, when you go and buy the new ones now, of course they'll be 10 times nicer than this, but for 2015 I think it's very advanced. You've even got the map here on display if you wanted to. There is a lot of buttons, and a lot of people complain about there's so much buttons, but I personally find it more handier. And the reason why, I don't like going play through settings on the computer to try and find one thing. The first minute you get into this car, yes, it could be a bit of a headache to try and find the button, but once you own it for a bit longer than a month, I've been driving this for almost a month now, I think. Once you own it for a little bit longer than a month, you're definitely for sure will understand the button a lot more, and you will like the idea more, because it's just a button. You're not going through pressing 6 buttons to find one feature. There's buttons on the top, there's buttons in the bottom, there's buttons on the right, there's buttons everywhere. But I think it's really nice. The leather is something else. I think the leather on this car, it cannot be compared with a Mercedes or a BMW. I mean, I don't know why people compare them. I mean, this is a Porsche. They do everything so much better, so much nicer. So even the leather, this Alcantara leather, amazing. The sound system, great. Speed, great. Family car, definitely recommended. Boys car, that's how I compare my car. So I compare it to a boys car and a family car. Family car, I would say this is a 10 out of 10. For boys, I would say this is probably 8 out of 10. But knowing my friends, if you ever meet them actually, then they'll probably turn this, I don't know, they'll remap it, they'll lower it down, even though it has air suspensions. I don't know, they'll manage to do that. They'll put body kit on it, and they'll contact me to get the body kit for them. You've got 5 cup holders, and the seat, you've got 14 different motion. You can move it, you can move it around. I mean, heated seat, you've got the map, you've also got a phone. This is the coolest feature that I love about this car. You've got a normal phone that you can just take with you anywhere. I mean, you can put a SIM card into this and then take this phone with you anywhere you want. And it says Porsche on top. I bet you BMW or Merc, even if they put this feature on their car, it still wouldn't say Porsche. You've got 416 brake horsepower, and you've got 435 feet of torque. 8-speed automatic. 0 to 60, they say it's in 5.2, but actually I've checked a couple of videos and people have remapped the engine, done it a lot more faster than that. Top speed on this car is 167, and what more do you want? That's pretty amazing. And look at the engine, look how cool it looks. And there's a V as well. It's a V6. I would give the car, looks wise, yes, maybe I just don't like the look of it from the back a little bit, but the front looks amazing. If they gave it to me, I would have changed a few things. But what I do like about the back is the spoiler, and you can actually do that manually. Well, not manually, but with a button. You can just literally press a button, the spoiler comes up, spoiler goes back down. And when you hit a speed of 80 kilometers per hour, it goes up automatically. When you're braking hard, it goes up automatically as well, which is another thing with technology. This is very, very advanced for its year. So what's my count over all together? Because of the way it's designed on the back, I'm gonna give this car a 9 out of 10. Other than that, everything, it's perfect. Another thing with YouTube reviewers, and I'm not going against anybody, okay? I'm not claiming to be a car expert, but I'm learning every single day, and I'm doing everything to try and learn more about cars to give you guys a better content to watch. I can't even speak English properly. English is my second language. But anyway, For the sake of no lemons, please consider give this video a like right now. Maybe please just give this a like right now and follow us. I mean, there's so many cars. I was driving the Tesla Model X last week and literally my cheekbones were back there. That car was amazing and I can't wait to bring it over and do the review on that. And if you want to see that, comment below, let me know. A lot of YouTubers, they actually hate on the sound of this car, but they forget that a lot of people that actually buy this car, they're businessmen or family men. Not young boys with a sound exhaust that is crazy. I mean, if you're going to a business meeting, that's an important business meeting, tell me what businessman wants a really, really loud sound coming out of the exhaust. I think the sound on this car is more than enough. It's pretty, it's nice, I like it. Let's hear it. This is an electric hybrid car, right? So once you start it, goes straight around e-power if it's charged, and it's super silent. It's very, very quiet. I think because the car is isolated really well, it's much better. You don't really hear much noise out of the sound of the street and so on. The car has a system that recharges itself, and there's an actually button there that you press and it charges the car faster. I mean, on the i8 you have to go on sport mode for the car to charge, again fast, but on this you can just have it on a normal mode and on charge mode at the same time, which is pretty cool. And you can change the suspensions to make them a little bit more tougher, to make the car a little bit more lower. You can't really do that on most other hybrid car, and again, you'd expect things from Porsche to be different in this car than BMW, say for example, or Mercedes and so on. Comfort, 100% comfort out of this is 10 out of 10. Super comfy. It's like you're sitting down watching Netflix, literally. It's so comfortable. It's actually more comfortable than my couch because she doesn't let me buy a separate couch for myself. She just bought the fashionable one, right? So yeah, it's one of the most smoothest car that I've ever driven on bumps. I drove the Porsche Cayenne GTS and it was very smooth, very comfy, again 10 out of 10. But in terms of bumps, this actually is more smoother, I think. And so for a family, again, when having kids or for that luxury business trip, I think this wins more. There's nothing to complain. So really, driving wise, speed wise, everything, the speed is right there and then if you need it. So when you put your foot down, it's not for a car that as heavy as this, I don't think it needs anymore. I'm quite happy with the speed that I get out of this. When you're turning, because of such a heavy car, the wheel does feel a bit lost, where you actually feel like you need to turn the steering wheel a little bit more for the car to go to the right direction. But I said direction, right? I didn't say reaction, or right, whatever that word is. Yeah, so just have to confirm that. So anyway, when you're turning the wheel, the car turns with you as well. It's not very sharp, but the car is really big again, so I wouldn't expect it to be sharper than this. The brake is perfect, the steering wheel is good, the ride on the bumps, that kind of makes it separate it from the rest. I really like it, and just how quiet and smooth it is. And again, it's a Porsche. Thank you guys so much for watching again. See you soon.